Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first Menthol Twitter space. Welcome and thank you for being here with us today. My name is Ashley, and I am part of the governance team and will be the moderator for the day. And once more, thank you for being here with us. We are so excited to bring Menthol Protocol to the world, a multi-chain, decentralized protocol that will automatically offset carbon emission generated by user, DApp, or network transactions with verified renewable energy and carbon credits from around the world. This, of course, is a high-level intro into the protocol. We have other cool features that we will present in future spaces. For today, we want to keep it a bit light, and we don't want to get into too much detail about the protocol. So we have a few of our key members of Menthol Protocol joining in on the call today. And first up, we have Amir. Amir is our CMO, and I will let you take it away. How are you, Amir?
Hello, Ashley. Thanks a lot. I'm super excited. We're also super excited to welcome all of you to our first Twitter space over here. Thanks for the introduction, Ashley. Menthol Protocol is a blockchain sustainability layer. And as a small intro, I would like to start with creating a common understanding of regeneration and its importance also for Menthol Protocol. And then we can continue introducing the rest of the team. And we also can't wait to get to know you. So we are a small group of listeners here, and hopefully if you will join in. So love to hear about you and about your involvement in the refi space. We've already received many applications for the Menthol Ambassador program, so also happy to talk with the Menthol Ambassador applicants over here. Daniel, who's our community and growth lead, he'll also be happy to answer questions about that. So coming back about the concept of regeneration, I learned a great bit at a great refi event near Lisbon. So shout out to the Refi DAO. That was for me coming from Web3 and rather entrepreneurship. Having not so deep touch points with regeneration and with the aspect of sustainability, it was very interesting to learn about regeneration. So the concept of regeneration has to be understood over the dimensions of environmental, over the social dimension and the economical dimension. And regeneration generally highlights the increase of value over time, not a constant value over time, as in case of sustainability. So this is also what actually Menthol Protocol automates, this shift towards regeneration. Whereas environmental regeneration can be managed through the mechanisms of the carbon offsetting market, social regeneration can be seen on an individual and a community level. That is also really lived there at this refi event. Therefore, we strongly live the social regenerative aspect in Menthol's community and are super excited to introduce ourselves to you. So please also feel free to introduce yourselves and let us know about how you can support others or how we can support you. Thanks a lot from my side. Happy to have the rest of the team introduce themselves.
Thank you, Amir. I believe a good segue would be to Daniel, who is our head of growth, pretty much the wizard when it comes to managing our Discord channels, Telegram, you name it. Daniel is a pro. Daniel is also spearheading the ambassador program. Daniel, would you like to take it away?
Hi, Ashley. Hi, Amir. Hi, hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me, and lovely to be here. And well, hello. My name is Daniel Ness, also known as DK. I'm an environmental scientist. I started investing in crypto since 2011. I'm a big passion for Web3. Started 2 years ago. And this year I joined Menthol Protocol. I'm the fifth member as a head of growth and community. We're 15 employees now. It's an incredible team of individuals, and I'm very happy to be part of. Do you guys want me to talk about the Menthol Ambassador program?
That'd be great, Daniel. And if you could share where you're calling in from, that'd be great.
Awesome, yeah. I'm located in South America, so talking to you guys from Bolivia, exactly, Latam. And yeah, well, the ambassador program is called Mental Force. We want to build the best DAO and refi with professionals and also enthusiasts in the refi space. We're seeking members for different partners such as engineering, sustainability, community marketing, and policy. In short, what we're looking for: a sustainability enthusiast and a fighter for climate change, passionate about Web3 and crazy about refi. And you will have access to the team resources, guidance and support, networking, and access to Discord channels and Telegram as well. And also, the most important, I think, is early all-in access to events, NFT releases, and major updates, including swag prices, for example, NFT New York or ETH Denver tickets, or, for example, all expenses paid for you and your friend to come to our meetings, and also, of course, cool tokens. And we are attaching the form in this space to this space very shortly, and looking forward for you guys to join the Mental Force. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Daniel. Amir, where were you calling in from?
Thanks a lot, Ashley. Actually, I'm calling from Germany, from Neustadt an der Weinstraße. It's a very long name. It means new city at the wine street. Beautiful place. So anybody wanting to make a holiday near the wine streets and the forest in Germany, please let me know. So that's actually one funny point you're mentioning, Ashley. We've got our team is from, I think you're calling us from San Francisco today, right?
That is correct, yes.
So the team is spread from San Francisco over to China. So we are quite international. In the next Twitter space, we'll have more people of our team introduce themselves. So also our tech team is looking forward to get to know you. Selim is also in here. Daniel, maybe we can make him to a speaker. That would be lovely.
So 1 sec. I don't see him on the list.
Okay, he just messaged me. So let's try to fix that. Maybe Ashley, you want to throw in a question? We'll be happy to answer that. In the meantime, we'll try to get Selim online.
Great. Thanks for holding, guys. Selim is our CEO, and he wanted to come in today and talk about sustainability, the problem, and the solution. As we wait for him, I'll open up the floor to any questions that any of the listeners may have. Well, as we wait, and I don't think we have any questions, I guess I could introduce myself more in depth. I'm Ashley Cooley, originally from Hawaii. Moved up to the States way back when I played basketball in college, earned my PhD in public policy, and I worked for the federal government for over a decade writing government contracts. And one night, as I'm going through one of the contracts I needed to write, I was looking for a way to automate certain sections. And again, this was 2 years ago, and somehow Google AI sent me to something called a smart contract. And I went down the rabbit hole of blockchain, smart contracting, and this is how I ended up in Web3. And it has been a blessing, and I'm eternally grateful to be part of Menthol Protocol. As mentioned before, we're Hawaii, and we are very keen on the environment, which we depend heavily on the islands. So that is my brief introduction of myself and how I got involved with within the Web3 ecosystem and blockchain development. And I believe we have Selim here now. Hi, Selim.
Well, I think we're just, he's just as a listener there. So Daniel will kindly create him, make him a speaker. So maybe just I'll take it off. So for a second. So I'll also introduce myself. My name is Amir. I joined Menthol Protocol last year. Actually, I was working on an NFT project at the time. Selim, Erhan, and Mo were already working on a climate positivity as a solution, climate positivity as a service solution. And at the NFT marketplace, we had the strong need for such a solution. At the time, Elon Musk was screaming around that Bitcoin will not be accepted as a payment method because of its environmental footprint. So it was also very a very big need, which was pointed out for any other blockchain project to show their climate positive impact. It has been really lovely. As Daniel explained, we are a huge team. We are working all very hard, coming from different directions, very interdisciplinary. It's been really a joy and fun. Maybe I'll just hand over to Selim, our CEO, and he can give the intro from here. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you. So, first of all, even though like Amir called me as a CEO, we prefer not to have C-level people in this DAO, because DAOs should not have an enterprise management. So I'm just the guy who's responsible for raising funds right now and like dealing with almost like everything, but by small portions. So I just want to start with a quick background of myself. And again, thank you for everyone. This is Selim here. I'm from Turkey, Ankara right now. And I want to give a quick introduction about myself. I basically have an engineering background. I graduated from Earth Sciences. I have more than 12 years experience in enterprise software and consulting companies before I started Menthol Protocol journey. Before that, I worked as a GIS expert, software developer, business developer, project team leader, product manager. I was leading over 100 employees and conducted mainly energy distribution projects in 13 provinces. I was also a product manager for a mobile-based energy software application. I have close relations in the energy sector, both in governmental and high-level executives in commercial sector. I participated in a lot of trainings and global accelerators such as Consensus Tachyon, which is our previous investor to our previous startup, Draper University Hero Training in San Francisco, and Berkeley Blockchain Accelerator in 2020 batch, and many more. So I've been leading BlockC, our previous startup, which is a member and a validator on the Energy Web chain, as a CEO for the last 4 years, and raised our seed funds in Silicon Valley. So I also advise one of the biggest energy companies here in Europe for their blockchain and sustainability services. So as you can understand, my background is mostly in the energy and startup space. Even though I wear many hats for Menthol right now, my major responsibility is raising funds and help the dev team and to add new features to the product. I also help the legal plus marketing and business development team. Wow, that's probably why I have never-ending meetings in my everyday life. So that's basically me in a nutshell. And if I still have the floor, I would love to talk about how we came up with the idea. So would you allow me to go ahead?
I think that's a great part. So let's do that. And then we will have to meet also the people in the call.
Okay, I'll try to keep it as short as possible. So I love this story. So we're obsessed with making sustainability affordable and easy to access for quite some time. So our previous startup was already developing solutions for energy consumers to become sustainable by just paying their electricity bills. The solution had a blockchain component and as a transparency layer, but it was not a complete decentralized solution. So around 2 years ago, we decided to voluntarily buy some renewable energy certificates to compensate at least for the emissions we caused by consuming electricity, namely Scope 2 emissions. Of course, we started with calculating how much energy we have consumed, and we did not only consider our electricity bills, because our applications is on the internet, and it also had on-chain transactions, and they run with electricity as well. So we dived deep and learned the hardware of our cloud service provider and our proportional load on the processors, and basically found out the number. And of course, we overcalculated it just to make sure that to become not only net zero, but further climate positive for that year. So I can say that calculating emissions is an issue, but it just started. It gets even worse. The next day we started to look where to find these credits, and we ended up with brokers, of course. It really is not so expensive, but we were curious and we wanted to buy from the direct owner directly. And I think that's a habit we gained by being in Web3. So I called a good connection of mine who works in a renewable energy company and asked if they have renewable energy certificates. He said absolutely yes. He even mentioned that selling those credits, they were able to run the whole innovation department. So isn't that amazing? Look at how powerful it is when people voluntarily buy impact tokens from trustful sources. So this is what happened. First, we had to go through KYC as a legal entity. So just to let you know, you can't apply as an individual. This is ridiculous. So after we passed through KYC, we decided to buy some of the certificates, but you can't just buy it. The energy company needed confirmation by the certification issuer by sending messages to the headquarters back and forth and so on. So they were using an old Web2 application for all those transactions. Okay, between you and me, between you and us. So only a few years ago, they were still using emails and a little bit earlier, phone calls and even faxes. So Web2 application is not so bad, but we are getting closer to the idea. However, after a few hours, we had a PDF in our hands indicating our claim for renewable energy credits. So this was a very satisfying moment for us. So then we wanted to buy from another source. And we thought, hey, people are already tokenizing even hamburgers. So there must be some smart people who are tokenizing renewable energy credits or carbon credits. So we found out that the Energy Web Foundation is actually building a tool that can be used as a marketplace for tokenized renewable energy credits. But guess what? To participate in that market, you have to go through KYC again. That was the aha moment for us. We solved the problem. It really is tough and cumbersome to become sustainable. Anyhow, we provided all the official information and documents to get access to the marketplace and ended up buying more renewable energy credits in tokens. But this time we claimed the certificates in the name of Menthol Protocol because we had the idea alive. There is demand for impact tokens and there are suppliers tokenizing it. And we basically said, let's build a DAO, let's bring them together. And our purpose is to make it easier to calculate emissions, find the best suppliers, claim those tokens by just connecting your wallet and repeat and repeat. So, of course, the story goes on how we pitched the idea to Republic Crypto and how we formed the core team around the idea, but that might be a topic for another session. So one more thing I want to add on top here is I can proudly say that we already did emission calculations for around tens of dApps, and there are like around 50 more in our pipeline waiting for the calculations. And no worries, we will build an open source calculator for everyone to use. So I'm sorry that I kept it a little bit long, and I want to give the floor back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Selim. That was lovely to hear again. So maybe I would just like to invite the community or the people listening over here. If you're free and would like to introduce yourselves, especially if you applied as Menthol Ambassador, we would love to get to know you. So you can maybe like use this hand signal. If not, we'll go through a few questions we've prepared, but I'm super happy to get questions from you. So maybe in this case, we'll just continue. Thanks a lot, Selim, for sharing the story behind Menthol Protocol and also explaining which problems we are solving. You already gave a good hint that it's now a really good time to basically focus on providing a middleware for tokenizers of impact tokens to deal with their customers, basically purchasing carbon credits, biodiversity credits, other maybe social impact tokens such as animal welfare tokens. So I've heard many different interesting concepts at the ReFi event. But perhaps, Selim, if you want to jump in and let me know a bit more about Menthol's vision, I would be happy to ask you this question.
Sure. As I mentioned, our vision is to make sustainability affordable, easy to access for everyone without any middleware. But I actually love your explanation way more better than I do. And if the crowd here doesn't have any questions, I actually have a good question for Daniel here, because we want to have ambassadors, and maybe Daniel can also mention how easy it is to become an ambassador and maybe some benefits of that.
Hey, Selim, thank you very much. Well, as I explained earlier, well, the ambassador program is called Ambassador Force. We want to build the best DAO and refi with professional enthusiasts, and you will have basically early access for NFT releases, major updates, including swag prices, tickets for different events such as NFT New York, ETH Denver. Maybe also all expenses paid for you and your friend to come to our team meetups, and of course the cool tokens, which are our tokens, and yeah, and we're attaching the form to this space very soon, and looking forward for you guys to join the mental force.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Daniel. So also to give you a small hint, you'll find it on the Menthol website under Community Ambassador. You can fill in the form, and we'll have one-on-one talks with you guys. So we are looking forward to any ambassadors. Regarding the vision of Menthol Protocol and the value proposition, we are not only talking about climate positivity as a future, where we end-to-end calculate on-chain emissions for the Web3 world and allow real-time offsetting through the real-time purchase of impact tokens. We also have an additional value proposition, which is a transparency layer. We want to bring transparency and actionability regarding climate action close together. So in our cool leaderboard, where we will allow you to find different Web3 projects, we're still in pre-product, but we're very much looking forward to launch together very soon. So in this cool leaderboard, you'll find different projects and their carbon footprint. They will be ranked accordingly. And in real time, they'll basically be possible to move up and down according to their offsetting activities and their carbon footprint measured. So we're really looking forward to that. Selim was actually mentioning some funny thoughts earlier on how the transparency will turn around towards not highlighting the companies which are doing a good job for climate positivity, but which are maybe not making a good job at all, especially when Menthol Protocol will be accessible to non-Web3 individuals and organizations. We believe that this will be a very interesting angle in increasing the need for climate positivity and also kickstarting it with different grassroots movements. If that's okay, I'll shortly also explain about our NFT project and more in detail our utility token and how it can be used to unlock.
One addition, just a quick add on top. Nowadays, we're talking about companies who have sustainability calls, like Microsoft. There is a movement called RE100. You can visit the website. It's re100.org, where you can see all those famous companies declaring carbon, being climate positive, or at least net zero soon in 2025, 2030, at least 2050. So nowadays we're talking about companies who have those sustainability goals, who wants to be or who are already climate positive. But we definitely feel that it's going to a point where we're going to talk about companies who are not in the future, because they will be pointed out. They will be losing their customers. They will be, unfortunately, the bad people who are talking about. So, and it should not be in a traditional way where they just buy some credits from some unknown source, which is not so well known and which you cannot trust, or maybe they are even double claimed. We never know that, because it's about some guy who manages a database and who might have thick fingers and just press the wrong button. You never know. So this is where Web3, where blockchain jumps in. We need to buy those. We need to trade, at least buy or claim those tokens in a transparent way and show the whole world in a tamper-proof environment, in a transparent environment, that we really care about the earth and not to become one of those who are not sustainable. So this is absolutely going in that direction, where we're going to talk about the people who are not sustainable or the companies who are not sustainable in the near future. So thank you for reminding me about this topic, and I really think this is the direction we are leading to. So sorry to interrupt you. The NFT one is also very exciting. Please go ahead.
No, thanks a lot, Salam. And actually, this growing demand for impact tokens and carbon credits is being solved. This issue by, for example, Solid World DAO. I just see them in our listeners. So we are super happy to build a middleware to basically allow tokenizers of impact tokens, which are doing this very important job of getting liquidity, of getting the demand side actually, which is we've got like a demand overlap. So getting the supply side. So happy to have you on board as well. As mentioned, we'll have a cool token. This is our utility token, which will be launched in Q1 2023 approximately. The cool token will have access utility amongst other utilities. This access utility will allow you to unlock a cool pool. A cool pool is a user account on Menthol Protocol, which can represent an individual or an organization. In general, with those cool pools, you want to give everybody the possibility to offset their historical carbon footprint and to automate the offsetting of their future carbon footprint. So they're huge B2C, but also B2B applications, which we are allowing here. The cool thing about the cool pools is that, of course, being a Web3 native project, we also have a permissionless business model. That means that we can allow community, grassroots, kickstarted climate positivity. What does that mean? It means that a community of, for example, any organization of Web3, let's say Polygon or a dApp, there's a cool pool for that, and now the community can stake the cool token. We've got an access utility, right? So you need the cool token to get the service of Menthol Protocol Climate Positivity as a service. And those community people who kickstart, for example, Polygon's cool pool for climate positivity, for offsetting future carbon footprint in an automated way, they will get staking rewards for this cool pool. So we'll have a joint opportunity to allow grassroots community kickstarted green movements, hopefully basically allowing the green pilled individuals of us to kickstart regeneration in their projects. So this is like one exciting point I wanted to mention. We've already had 3 Medium articles. The first one talking about refi and the general space. The second one talking about mental values, of which regeneration is one core value, of course. Then we talked a bit about the different dimensions, of regeneration in the beginning. So the third article was about Menthol Protocol's product and features. And in the next one, in this 6th article, we'll also talk about this community kickstarted possibilities we have with permissionless cool pools. So very excited for that. I think we've got like 1 minute left. So we're of course happy to stay longer, take any questions. Is there any questions, feedback? Maybe from the team, any other points which you want to raise in our first Twitter space? Thanks a lot to everybody over here. So that's super nice of you being here with us in our Twitter space, and we are really looking forward to engage strongly with our community from here. We were concentrating a lot on the team, on raising the funds and building the product, but now is the time to step out to the community, and we're looking forward to having here on our first steps. So those are my thoughts for the last few minutes. If nobody has any questions or any comments, I think we can close the first Twitter space. Thanks a lot for everybody being here. Feel free to reach out to us, spread the word about us. We are starting our pre-product with a limited number of cool pools. So if you have a project where you say, hey, we want them to be on your beta, point us out which projects you would love to see on the cool pool first. We're having exciting discussions with different partners, and we really can't wait to celebrate with the whole refi projects out there, the leaderboard, and basically make refi just a few clicks away for everybody. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everybody. Let's meet soon again, where we talk about the features. Maybe some people from the tech team will also join if you have technical questions. We're really excited. We have great news that we are holding for other Twitter spaces, and keep following us.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Salim.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Daniel. And Ashley, thanks a lot for the wonderful moderation.
No problem. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And please follow us on all of our social platforms for the next Twitter space. Thank you.